Hello again, and welcome back. I was thinking about this quite a lot lately. Like, there's a moment that doesn't get talked about very often where nothing dramatic has necessarily happened, but you realize that something feels different, feels off. You look at your life and you think, I used to know who I was, and now I'm not so sure. Is that you? Maybe. That's what we're going to talk about today. If you've been feeling that lately, I want to talk about what's actually happening in that place because it's more common than you think, and it's not something you need to panic about. By the end of this video, I want you to understand why this happens and what this place that you're in is really asking of you, without rushing yourself into becoming someone new. I don't think that we lose ourselves as often as we think we do. What actually happens is that parts of our identity were built around roles, responsibilities, and expectations. And when those begin to change, to shift, to morph, that's where life can feel unfamiliar. Not wrong, just unfamiliar. There's often a space in between chapters. You're no longer anchored in who you used to be, but the next version of you hasn't fully taken shape yet. And that middle space can feel, well, kind of unsettling. But it's also where clarity starts, quietly and over time. One of the pressures we put on ourselves is, I need to figure out who I am now. But what if that's not the job right now? What if the job is to just notice what still feels true for you and what no longer fits? That's a much gentler starting point. If you paused for a moment and asked yourself, what still feels like me, even now? You might already have more clarity than you think. You aren't starting from zero. You're not starting from scratch. Everything that you've lived, everything you've built, it's all still part of you. And this isn't about becoming someone completely new. It's about integrating who you've been with who you're becoming. So if all of this seems a little familiar, you're not behind, you're not lost, you're in a transition that doesn't always have clear language around it. And if you want to stay in this conversation, there's a full playlist here called Quiet Endings and Honest Beginnings, where we talk about these in-between seasons more openly. So that's all for now. And until next time, don't forget to ask yourself, what still feels like me? Take care. Bye for now.